Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Ready? 11, 11, 11. Here we go, here we go.
Quickly to the air is Burrow.
And his first look is incomplete.
You look at this Eagle defense.
They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Burrow looking to pass.
A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
1-1, ready?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing is Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
This is caught at the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD.
Jamar Chase
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 58 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll go to Barkley again.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Hurts.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Flush to his right.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. The Bengals at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high. Just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
He finds his man complete. It's Horton. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 23 yards the pickup there.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Again, it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead.
McPherson now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
MT tight. 11 MT tight. God.
Play action. It's Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Hurts. Oh, that's deep for Duvernay. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline.
Here we go.
And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
25 yards that time. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Here we go. Dot.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Burrow will throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second here.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Burrow.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. And Burrow going to throw again.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12.
Now it's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Eagles are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big pickup of 38.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Duvernay in motion. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Barkley, inside handoff, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And
with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He finds his man complete. It's Horton.
There he goes again.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
Here's Hurts to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. Dodges him at the 50. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here now, 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw again. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. This is caught. Touchdown! A.J. Brown as the first half is winding down.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Burrow on play action. He finds his man complete. That's Horton. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. This will be caught by Brown. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play.
Looking deep here for Chase. That is incomplete.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Third down and 1. Throwing is Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now a carry for Brown. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot. Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it up.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hurts.
Got a man. It's Brown. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They'll drop to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
That finds the former Raven, Devin Duvernay.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here's Brown. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Montez Sweat with a tackle.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get set. Stop.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season? That's definitely on the table.
Stop.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Burrow will throw.
That one caught by All, the tight end.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Stop.
Again, it's Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals. From 19 yards away.
And the Bengals could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead. Now that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Down the left sideline. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's got this one down to the 10.
78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert from 8 yards out. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Hurts will throw.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Eagles 36.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Now Hurts looking to change the play.
Looking to throw on second down.
Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
3rd and short, and they decided not to run for it, and he's able to escape the pressure, finds a clear throwing lane outside the pocket, gets the completion, and picks up the first down.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it again with Barkley, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
11 empty, 11 empty. Here we go. Side.
Here's Burrow.
He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
Throwing, Burrow.
He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops
11,
at every
11,
opportunity.
11.
Final minute,
Gun.
no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
Stop.
Burrow. He's got Hamler.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here we go, here we go.
To throw, Burrow. They're going right back to Hamler.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. That's to his tight end all.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was a big shot for the end zone. You've still got a little bit of time here. You have to expect we'll see another. And remember, no timeouts left. So if you throw it short of the end zone and you're tackled, that's going to be the ball game.
A 41-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And incomplete as the clock stops here with just 1 second to go in this football game.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish the season strong.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.